Welcome, Sketchbook Heroes, Sketchbook Warriors. Today we're going to be doing a painting. I don't have any Zoom members, so we're just going to go with this. Here we go. So let's go with this screen too. Here we go. So we're going to do a painting for my nephew. He likes Jurassic Park Tyrannosaurus Rex. So I'm copied these, put them in Photoshop. I'm going to select the back black, delete it, and then I'm going to just make a quick composition of what I want to paint. So we're going to take these layers. I'm going to bring that layer, bring it underneath that layer, because I want that to be underneath. Actually, I like the grassy stuff. That's just a reference picture for the grass. And then maybe the face a little bit because it's a little clearer. And then Control V. This one, I like this one. I'm going to use this. Actually, I'd like to flip it. So we're going to go ahead and flip this. Let's see, we're going to have to go up here to edit. And I know it's all complicated. I'm just making a composition. Let's see, free transform. Where's our free transform tool? Free transform, there it is. Now I can right click and flip horizontal. There it is. I want to delete this background, so I'm just going to select it. There's other ways to delete it now with all the AI stuff. I just want to delete some of this stuff, clean it up a little, and then put it on unselect. And then put it on, actually, that's a good spot. I like where it's at. Right there, it'll just be smaller when I make it. I want to make it probably about that big, maybe up here. All right, let's see, that's my composition. Let's see, I kind of, whoops, there it is. I just made that disappear. That's what I want it to look like somewhat. All right, here we go. Let's get started. Let's stop sharing and move on to what we're going to do. We're going to do it on this canvas. We're going to actually move back. The size is 16 by 20. And let's pause for a second. Hey, hold on 1 second. It is a Fredrix metallic canvas, 60 by 20. I'm going to take this off. These probably are not that available. You can use any canvas and any color. It could be start off with white. It's good to kind of tone it down. Or there's a lot of ways to do it. I'm just going to do it the way I'm going to do it here. Still haven't even decided how I'm going to do it yet, but I know I'm going to do it here. I want to get a drawing on here first. It's going to be really quick. We'll see how long it takes. Here it is. Here's our canvas. I'm going to block it in so I can kind of see the body of our T-Rex here. Let's see what we're going to use. Let's see. Okay. Now the whole canvas doesn't fit, but I will just do the best we can. Let's see, move this light. I'm not sure it's too much light. Yeah, it is a gold canvas. All right, so I started sketching lightly. I sketched one circle for the torso, one circle for the head, and then we're gonna just sketch it out. I just want to block it in, see how it's gonna fit. That's how big the torso more or less is. And then I can see that size of the torso compared to the head, and I can see that torso compared to the tail, knowing it's going to stick out. The tail's going to stick out to here somewhere. And then the legs flows out this way, and this leg kind of flows out this way. It comes down here. And there's that first dinosaur. The other dinosaur I'm going to put up here. He's going to be a little bit smaller. He's going to be, there's his head, and then his whole body compared to that head. These are just shapes. I'm blocking it in. The head compared to the body's a little bigger. The tail just sticks out right back in here. And then let's see how everything else kind of fits. All these shapes, it's like a puzzle we're putting together. One foot there, another foot back here. And I like that. I like that feel with the face kind of going that way. This one coming looking this way. I'll probably, yeah, we'll see. The body coming down. I'm trying to see the play between these two as far as the composition. Like that. And then maybe, I don't know, I might put a logo in there with Nathan's name. Well, we'll see. All right, I like that. Why don't we go ahead and I'm just going to start blocking it in with black. I'm gonna do a lot of black. That's what I'm gonna do. All right. Let's see. What's that? There we go. So with a few simple shapes, I've blocked in my picture. I'm just gonna do like a with black acrylic a wash over this whole thing, just to take on this journey. We'll see how it goes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sketch it in with just black and almost do like a wash just to get this in there really quickly. The face is going to be the most important part. The eye right in there, right about there. There's the eye, one little dot. And then I'm going to go around it, get that, the eye. That's the pupil. Here's the eye. Work on it a little bit better. There we go. And it's got a lot of little textures. So it looked like going pretty quick. There's that. It's a good shape. That's a good shape. I'm gonna use more water just to get more of a wash, because it's gonna be that's really good right there. Let's see, a little bit more of a wash. You know, this shape up in here. There we go. We can probably zoom in on it. See what we're doing here. All this is just freehand. And just practice. Watch. You got to watch our Sketchbook Heroes series and learn the fastest way to draw. That'll get you here. See, I just drew a circle, but I can see how it fits in that circle. I can see this jaw, these other shapes. It's a jaw right in here. And that way it comes down and then goes up, curves down and then up. All no tracing, no, just all freehand drawing. This is a skill you can develop. It takes time. And follow those lessons. Got to do the lessons. Got to pay your dues if you want to sing the blues. Here, darker, lighter. This is the ear, actually. It's inside. There's a little hole there. There's space here. What's cool about a wash is I can go darker when I'm feeling comfortable. There it is. There's a nostril. All these teeth in here. The teeth are going to be a challenge. But we'll just leave them for last. We'll leave them for later. There's the mouth coming down. There it is. I'm just using I don't know, kind of a chisel kind of brush. It's more water. I've got on this palette here. I can see how light and how dark things are as well. I'm keeping the darkness, shape of the jaw, right in there, coming up. That looks good. This body, thigh, neck. See, I'm adding to it right in here, adding to that shape. And then I start off with that circle. And let's see, I think, oh, it looks like a dodo bird. Maybe it needs to be a little bit longer over here. Let's see. Yeah, my ratios are probably off. I'm just doing this really quick, but I feel like it should probably be a little bit longer. And I can adjust it, see, as I work. Make these little adjustments. Using a grid, tracing, all that is okay. It is all okay. But once you have your skill, you don't have to do that stuff. I haven't done it much here, so it's a little off, and I don't want to play the blame game. I just got to do it. Just do it. All right, there's going to be one hand right about in here. Let's go up a little higher. Let's see, how does it look on the screen? Looks all right. Once I put the teeth in, let's see, one hand right in there, blocking it in, blocking it all in, sketching it in, see what it looks like. I'm not worrying too much, just worrying about where things are, how they fits, what it looks like. This whole body. Coming in here, this torso, maybe bring this back as well. Here we go, this thigh. I got that line coming back here. I'll zoom out. This line coming back here for the leg. I can see that this shape, the lower leg, and then this triangular shape of the toes. There's one toe there, one toe there. And there we go. Here's the tail coming and whipping right in there. Had it coming out to there. I think I can, yeah, that's good. I'll block in. I'm trying to do this painting pretty quickly just to hone the skills of painting pretty quickly. See if you have to do a grid, it takes a little longer. And nothing wrong with grids. That's how I started. But yeah, this is just for fun. It's for a gift. He asked me, hey, can you do me a painting? Yeah, I can do you a painting. And I got him the actual it's you squeeze, it's action animated Tyrannosaurus Rex. Let me see this leg here, this leg here. It's looking not too shabby. I like it. And I like to paint from background to foreground. So I'll just, once I block everything in, well, I've more than blocked it in, I'm getting the details now. I'm going to take the challenge on, just do some kind of background. Hard to paint and talk at the same time. Many people don't do it. It was hard to paint and have people watch. That was the first step. And little by little, you grow your confidence, your confidence. But it's all practice. It's all in the practice. It's all in doing. All right, I like that. Let's do this other one. Really start off with the face again, because I really want to make sure that face looks good. Once that looks good, then everything else kind of falls in place. Let's get a little bit that black dot where that pupil is. Probably not coming up too well. Go around it. This time I think it's facing forward. It's really smaller detail. Would have been easy just to do one, but here we're taking on two T-Rexes. I like this one too. I first liked this one, and then I saw that other one, and I go, oh, why don't we just do both of them together? Create something new. You know, it's easy just to copy. Take on the challenge of creating a new design, something different, and I get the idea of where everything's going to go. See, I'm not following that circle that I had drawn before. Well, let's just go with it. In the mouth, I can see the relationships. There we go. And this is not really a how-to. You got to do the how-tos. I'm just doing it. And I can a little more of an intermediate to advanced, I guess, kind of tutorial. But just nothing beats just doing, and that's where experience comes from. You're going to do it. You're going to make mistakes. It's the hardest way to learn, but that's the best way to do it. That's the best way to learn, is just doing it. You know, here I can already see that this body, I could have made the head bigger, but that's okay. In relationship to the head, that's the body. Everything's going to be smaller now. That's okay. I'm just going with it. See this other hand in there. This other foot coming back. This paper's already this canvas is already gold. So we're just gonna go with it. The tail. So it curves right in there. Curves up. Curves up. There you go. This leg nice and solid. Everything's standing. Again, it's like a triangle. This is a big shape like that. It's this triangular kind of tree trunk shape. Put the toes go in there into thirds, to 3 parts. All right, I kind of like that. Let's make this mouth. It's got the tongue sticking out. All right, that looks good. I like that. I can shade. I can actually shade with this if I really wanted to shade. It's just a wash. It's watered down black paint, and it's acrylic. I can actually even shade with this. But we're going to do the background and then go to the foreground. So let's take a look at the background on my reference picture. And I think it's just, you can turn off the other pictures. Oh yeah, it's just grasses and stuff. I don't really, dark areas and light areas. I do like the way it pops. The picture pops. I want to try to make it pop as well. We got a gold background, so we got to solve this problem. All it is problem solving. All this stuff is problem solving. So we're gonna go with green. Let's go with green. I think there's something here. All right, so I'm just going to use green, and I'm going to use the green to paint in the grassy knoll. Again, in the theme of keeping it simple, I'm just going to use straight green and kind of do a wash. The green and the yellow gold looks really good together. I'm gonna have some dark areas, light areas, but we're just gonna put this green in the background and let some of the gold show through. I really like that gold. Yeah, just a little bit, make it really, really light. Let's see, the teeth are going to show through. Try to keep those teeth. I'm going to just do a green wash over this whole gold background. Some areas are going to be lighter, some are going to be darker. So I'm going to start from light and go to dark. So here we go. So I'm just painting the background now. Background to foreground. It's good to think about process. How do you do it? I usually paint from background to foreground. There we go. Let's get some of this green. Dark, a little bit darker down here, lighter up here. Just crazy shapes, grassy feel. Just doing it really quick. I know there's going to be lights and darks just to add interest here and there. Really should get grab a bigger brush. Yeah, let's grab a bigger brush and put in a whole wash. We'll just wash the whole thing. Light wash of green. Really light wash through the whole thing. That'll do it, because I want to do this quick. Really quick. Just I'm not worried about getting exact as far as like the background. Background is just going to be the feel of grass. What's cool is that it's the gold that really will come through and help unify the piece as far as composition and design. Unity. One of the principles. That's going to be a whole other course. We're just painting for fun, recording for fun. Let's see how this turns out. Oh yeah. It's my granddaughter outside. Let's Let's do the sides since it's a thick canvas. This will go with it all the way around it. It's mostly water. Water it down a little bit. I would probably I will need to put a since I'm putting so much water. I want to put a varnish on it or a medium, just so it doesn't scratch off so easily. Keeps the paint on there a little better. Oh yeah, there we go. Oh, we're dripping. They're getting a nice wash here. Happy accidents. Just letting it probably water a lot more. Let's get that in there. I like what's happening with the water. See some nice, interesting blends. I want to just use a lot of water. Start with the top. Yeah, I really like yeah, this looks a little rougher. I like the smooth, which is what probably I want to get right here in the distance. Things in the distance aren't as clear, softer. And if you've done our Sketchbook Hero, Sketchbook Warrior course, the quickest way to draw, then you know how artists create space using space pods. And the things in the distance have atmospheric dissonance, the D in pods. I'm using size. Things that are closer are bigger. I'm also using placement. Things that are closer are lower and higher. Placement where you place things. Let's see, I kind of like that. That really soft. Yeah, that's good. Just muddying it all up. Turn it into something. Down here, I guess I'll go darker in the foreground. There we go. That's looking good. I'm going to probably let that dry and pause it for a minute while, so I can do the sides. All right. All right, so I got the sides and my little faces book here. So sketching some faces and stuff. It's always good to have a little sketchbook here and there. This one has some faces. Where are they at? In there. All right, there we go. Just practice, practice, practice. I really liked, actually, it's getting some texture in here. Didn't record. Hair. You can push your brush against it and get the hair out. See that little hair came out. This is a hog hair brush. You can keep some texture. I kind of like that. Yeah, I like that. The texture I'm kind of getting. It's what's great about this is that it's just a gift. So I'm not worried about the I mean, they'll be very appreciative, and I can spend a lot of time on detail and all that stuff. But it's actually better just to get the feel. It doesn't have to be so exacting all the time. It's actually funner just to go free with it. Don't worry about mistakes. Just let it go. Let it do what it do. That's what watercolor kind of does. It's watercolor. See how those soft effects over here get some more textures. I can go in there, smooth them out, work on them a little bit. Still not really wet. Got the sides done. Let's see. That's looking pretty good. I don't want it to be blotchy. I do want it to look like grass. So I'm going to get my smaller brush again. Go in there and get some of these grass shapes. While this is still wet, I can go in there so it's not so blobby. Lightens it up. is all still wet. When it dries, that's it. You see, I watered it down. It's almost like a watercolor technique. And the oil, because oil takes a long time to dry. And once I can keep working on it too. I can keep putting more layers. This is just the first layer. Get that out. So, I like this grassy look over here too. Paint. So letting some of that gold background kind of show through. I'm looking to see what I like, what I don't like, move it around. Always asking me that, asking those questions. What I like, what don't I like? And then try to make it more to what I like. Like those little things that came up. Oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah, kept the top side really light. A lot of water. So it got a lot of nice little blends. Gotta let this dry up a little bit. I don't know how much detail I'm going to put in this background. Just going to keep it going. Shades here. It does go darker in some areas. I'll probably bring some of that dark stuff down here. I would have designed it a little bit more. I'd have his name in here or something. I don't know. We'll see. Pre-plan. People don't fail to plan, they plan to fail. People don't plan to fail, they fail to plan. That's the way it goes. So yeah. All right, it's starting to dry up. I can feel some of the areas getting a little dark, and I can actually just start painting layers, and each layer gets a little darker. So I'm using, that as a way to go with it. I like that. What time is it? Oh, 5 o'clock. I've got an hour before my class. Whoops, let's see. It's still wet up here a lot. I'm trying to keep in mind the space I'm making. This far away, and as I get closer, get more detail. That's the D again. Detail. Things that are closer have more detail. Pods, placement, things that are lower or closer. Oh, overlapping. There's always overlapping, even though these two T-Rexes don't overlap. They overlap the grass. The grass is behind them. I could do some overlapping, but just that's good. I like the way that looks. Let's see. Sorry that we can't get a better shot. I already moved my camera up. All right, let's see. That looks good. I like it. See, I can wait for it to dry a little more and get another layer of green on there, get it darker. Probably let it dry a little bit. Let's try to get in on those teeth. I'm doing some black. What I can do is get the background all black and then paint the teeth on top. That's a way of doing it. We shall see. All right, I got a little bit of red now. I'm gonna go in here and just do some shading. Oops, watch out with this is still wet. Some people say, oh, acrylics dry too fast. Yeah, they do, but if you learn to work with them, sometimes they don't dry fast enough. So I mixed a little bit of red with my black just to get a little more. I already have this yellowish kind of tint shade in here. I'm gonna just put a little, start shading, so to speak, in here. A little more red, I guess, in here because of the mouth. Not exactly. Well, yeah. That's really red. A little redder than I'd like, but I can blend it out. It'll darken up. I can put another layer on it over it. That's a good start. I like, let me see. Yeah, that shade right there. And I'm trying to just get shading. I'm looking at the lights and the darks and keeping it dark. All around this eye is dark. See, just shading, adding a little bit of a shade. Make that eye pop. There's a lot of texture in here. Easily just put it in there like that. Start building it up. Doing washes or washes, a little dry brush for texture. See if I were to shade this or color this. I don't know. This is why I love painting, because I can, you know, it would take me a long time with color pencils, or you can do this with paints a little faster, I believe. Here it is. See, I want to get some of these darks in here, a little darker. I'm gonna have to wait for that to dry a little more to give it another coat. Patience and persistence and practice. Some of those concepts. Keep it going. I'm gonna do this pretty quick. I don't know how long this video is gonna be. We shall see. That's what I'll title it. T-Rex painting in so much time. Go shade this. Contrast. This hand stands out because the background is darker. I just shaded this whole background. Boom, the hand. It's going to pop a little bit. Bringing this almost like I'm shading it. Background's still wet. I can grab some of that green. Some of the green will kill the red. It's a complementary color. And there's a little bit of shade underneath this whole tail. I wonder if I can, let's see. We can those together. This is all really dark in here. Make sure I get my red in there. And black, so it's not completely black. Yeah. Well, I have to go darker, but I like that red in there. This whole thing's gonna be darker. Pretty quick. I got my class tonight, meetup. Do some drawing. I see the drawings are pretty challenging, so not beginner kind of drawings. Let's see if I can find some beginner drawings. So I want to finish this up pretty quick so I can get to organizing for that class. Now this is a cylinder that kind of tapers in, gets a little bit tighter, but it's a cylinder shape. And it's got this roundedness, so we're looking away from it as it goes away from us. So it kind of turns that way. And you can see I really quickly just put some quick texture on it. See, this is darker. There's some darks and lights and a little more push and pull. Darker in here. A nice really highlight. I'll probably go in there with white and a little bit of gold to lighten it up, give it some lighter shades. Really make it pop some more. Go. Oh yeah, I wanted to get this background dark in here too, since I have it already on my brush. It's always good to know what's on your brush. You gotta know what's on your brush. It's loaded. Don't want to shoot anybody. Careful, that brush is loaded. So, you know, knowing what is in your brush and then going from another color to another color. And I do that without even thinking about it too much. Well, because I've thought about it. So without cleaning my brush. So I can go from one color to another. Let's go a little bit darker in here. Get this darker. So build up my darks. Just a little tap, tap, tap. A little darker. If I need to go lighter, I can still go lighter. Go in there, but slowly build up my darks. If you're doing it in pencil, once you go dark, it's kind of gotta bring out the erasers here and paint and just paint. Putting a little bit of texture. There's some dots in here. Trying to just get the feel of what I see. Yeah, if you look a little closer, see what I'm focusing on. Just really quick. So the eye looks like it's a little big, a little low. It's all right. It's not shooting for exactness. Well, I am, but I'm not worried that it's not. I'm happy that it's just there. The eye should be a little smaller, a little darker, a little higher up too as I look at it. But it's all right. My first painting. It's just doing. Just gotta do it. It's easy to. Can be our worst enemy. You get that perfection bug. Has to be perfect. The nose. I'm gonna probably bring that nose out a little bit. You gotta know how much we want to. Let's see. I think. Let's see. Might bring it out slightly. Up there. The nostril. I'm gonna give it a new nostril. Which means I have to get rid of that one. Or paint that first nostril out. To do that. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do that. Paint that old nostril. Put this new one in. A little more black. I'm actually not even using a lot of paint because I'm doing more of a wash. Yeah, you can see that's looking better. I think I'm happy. Ooh, just darken up the background. See, well, it's still kind of wet. Maybe I can get some. Yeah, let's zoom out. Get some of the background going. Now that it's yeah, we're getting there. That'll produce a nice little contrast right in here. Yeah, get some of this background darkness. Yeah, see, oops. Oops, this grassy knoll. Grassy. Going in different directions. Should be darker in some areas. I'll bring some more green in there. So it's not just black. Should be shades of green. Too black. Looking too black. There we go. It's my green again. Kind of messed up right there a little bit. It's okay. That's good. Yeah, once you get experience, you can say, oh, okay, ooh, I like that. I don't like that. Need to do more of this, a little more of that. And then you do it and you remember, like, oh, I remember this color. You know how the colors are going to react, what they're going to do. Then you have them do what you want them to do. Yeah, some paints are more transparent, some are more, and this is nowhere near lessons. This is just practice. And I go over through some stuff. Maybe someday I'll do lessons in painting. This is just practice. Get some lessons, some insight but you just got to keep at it. Yeah, just went darker in that area. Don't have no real plan. I want to make it look good. And thinking about composition. There we go. Some of that darkness in there. Dark again. It's some black. That's better. Getting too much black before. Dark areas. Even down here. A really big black area down at the bottom. This is all dark right in here. Gotta be a warrior, not a worrier. Gotta just do it. Don't worry. Don't worry about mistakes. Don't worry about if it looks right or wrong. It's not going to be perfect, but you will progress. You want to aim for it. Aim for your best. Do your best until you know better. And then once you know better, you'll do better. It's like, oh, wow, now I know. And I need to do this. So you'll know. Yeah, ferns are old. These are ferns. Ferns as a plant go back millions of years. So I recall we'll have to have ChatGPT check on that information. Yeah, there you go. I like that green. Oh, I really like that green. I'm gonna try to keep more of that green. Probably put it in here just so it's not so black and white. That's a good medium color in there. Get some more of that green out. That green out. I like that. Once you see something you like, then you just, right, let's keep it going. I could add some yellow to it, but I'm just trying to keep it to a few shades. There we go. It's still wet. I do want this to be smooth. And this background area. So this straight green really works that way. It's still wet. Darken it up. Make it contrast. Makes it pop. Notice how that pops. That chin all of a sudden just pops. Give me some more darkness in there with that green. Yeah, this is a really nice green. It's a I would say it's a deep phthalo green. Deep cyanine. Phthalo is a good phthalo. I like the cyanine greens and blues. Really deep colors. My favorite. The deep dark jumbo. There we go. See, nice deep color. Look at that deepness. And with that wash on top, I'm just building it up and letting some of that color underneath show through. It's just now I can do that deep color. So here. Oh, who's that? Oh, that's two. That means it's somebody. Sometimes I get spam. Should I hate that? Let's just hate that. Oh, there we go. Have a great class tonight. I love you. I love you too. All right. Oh, what time is it? 5:30? All right. All right, here we go. It's actually kind of dark where I'm painting. the camera's picking it up pretty nicely. So let's fix some of this stuff. Still want it to be soft, but darker. That's value. You want to add value. See, that's the icing on the cake. Understanding value, lights, darks, texture. But first comes drawing. First comes drawing. You have to get your drawing skills in. You can do them all, you can do it all together, but without the drawing skills, you kind of, it's a really great skill. You see how fast I drew this out. It's awesome. It's a super skill. And I believe anybody can learn how to draw. So take that class. Go to sketchbookhero.com, Sketchbook Warrior, and become a sketchbook warrior. There you go. I like that smoothness. I don't want to overwork this. Soft, soft, soft. Soft, soft, soft. Not getting it soft because it's drying up already. I'm adding a little more water. It's okay. Layers. Yeah, it's gonna get the background done. Once I'm done with the background, then I can focus on the foreground. As you can see, I got a lot of that foreground done. Yep. Let's see. See how this turns out. Let me take a picture real quick. Yep. Good. Hurry, because I want to. Okay, I want to finish this in 30 minutes. That'll give me 30 minutes to get ready for my class. The meetup class. Do it for fun. I've been doing it for over 2 years. Actually, we're going on 3 years. 3 years of doing this class. But now I realized, yeah, you got to do the lessons. You got to know what to focus on. And yep. It's really hard. I'm going to be doing a chat GPT or a GPT to help with the with your drawing. You'll have a personal drawing assistant. That's what I want to create. Personal drawing assistant. Personal drawing assistant. Today's November 16th. Here we go. See how that's darker in there. Yeah. I'll slowly build that up. See, it's not drawing up fast enough. I can use a hair dryer. Hair dryer helps. Then once I got it dark, then I can actually get some light in there. I can actually go in there and I can go in there and put a little bit of white and get some more shades. Oh boy. Yeah, there we go. See, getting those middle colors, mid shades. Go. All right. Let's see. Ooh, to work on that dinosaur in the back. See, I put a lot of work in here. I'll wait for this to dry so I can give it another. I really like that gold kind of shows through a little bit here and there. This is all, listen, there's no paint here. It's just gold. Gold canvas. Gold canvas. The second gold canvas painting I do. I didn't record the first one. Should have. See, we can paint this. When I paint that nostril out, I like the detail and stuff already. I'm gonna add some detail to this one. Let's work on this one, and I'll probably zoom in. Let's see, zoom in on this one. Yeah, while this dries a little bit. Yeah, this is dry. Yeah, this is dry. Some of it still needs to dry. Some of the still area is wet. Yep. Let's see. Let's do this. Look at my reference picture. I do copy. It's okay. But the more you copy, the better you get. The more you observe, you really build your library. Only been using one brush. I might use a smaller brush for this. I have my brushes here. I have to pause. Pause for the cloud. Oh, here's one. Oh, this is a good one. Ooh, it's okay. It's a little. Once I wet it, it'll give me a nice point. Yeah. All right. Ooh, green. Let's get away from the green. We're gonna do the same thing. This one, we're gonna use what a ball. We're gonna use red wine. Red with a gray. All right, yeah, here we go. There's the whole mouth. Watch out. Putting my hand where it's wet, and then you get your paint on your palm. Yeah, all the little detail. This has a lot of detail. You don't have time for this. Nobody got time for that. So what I need to do is I need to just get the feeling of this, get the feel of all this. And I could spend the time and get all that detail if I really wanted to. It just takes longer. And most people don't appreciate or even know like the work. You know, this would have taken me maybe a couple days to paint when I first started painting years ago. But you know, when you practice and learn and know what you want, and you just do it, say, okay, this is what I want. I'm looking for the lights, the darks. Take the course, sketchbookhero.com. Learn to draw. And then this is fun. I can draw it big and draw it small, different sizes. Oh, this can be dark. Let's get some of this darkness in here. Just paint for fun, paint for fun, paint for fun. Right. Finger right here. Lights and darks. That's all it is. And I know I'm going too dark, but that's okay. It's okay. Got nails, talons, dinosaurs, and birds came from dinosaurs. What? Yep. Look it up. Ask questions, be curious. That's the whole point. Why we do what we do. It's how I can do what I do. I've asked questions. I've like, how do I do that? How do I do this? That's why you're here. Yep. Not a real lesson, just practice here. I don't know what challenges I'm going to run into. I have talked about a few things. Well, this background needs to dry. I'm just looking to see where the lights and the darks, blocking everything in, not worrying too much about detail, thinking about what I'm going to keep, what I'm not going to keep. This background. Let's squint my eyes and see what I want to pop. I don't want to pop. Let's get some red and grays in here. Yes. Be a gift you'll have for a long time. Yeah, I'll get the teeth in there soon. Really got his mouth open. Probably bring this up a little bit. Bring this down. Let's look at it straight. I think I need to bring this out as well. This is a little bit harder because my background's already done. I like the way it looks. Bring this out just a little bit. I don't like keeping that black outline, but we're gonna do get this there. Detail eyelids, and that's really small. This is a really small. It's still wet in here. Still wet. It's okay. Yeah, it's the biggest complaint I hear. Oh, acrylics dry too fast. Yeah, they do. It's a good thing and a bad thing. Take the good, you take the bad, you take them both. And there you have life. Life is good and bad. Well, it has its ups and downs, so to speak. You just got to learn to write it. Learn to write it. You have your seasons. You have your days. You have your nights. Detail. Need more red. It's coming on. Time is it? 5:42. Yeah, it's going to take longer. I will need to stop in about 15 minutes. Yep, 15 minutes. So whatever I can get in here. 15 minutes, and then we'll continue tomorrow, I guess. Yeah, we'll continue tomorrow. We'll do that. Do it in 2 parts. 2 parts. Yeah, there's a lot of detail, a lot of texture. Fantastic. Let's get some of that texture in there. Just for the heck of it. It's all really splattery. It's like dots almost. See, it's really all right. It's dark. I can lighten it up as I go over through it again. This is kind of like a wash. It's darker in here, darker in there. The nostril, I kind of lost it in there. Move some of this paint around. Put this around here. Tongue. Yeah, this is all just, well, a lot of it's going to be under paint. I'm going to paint over it on top of this. This is just getting me started. It's just getting me started. That'll be part 2. We'll make that part 2. The fixing up. Yeah, I'll do that tomorrow. Tomorrow morning. So whatever I can get in the next 15 minutes. That'll give it the painting some time to dry. And see, you get some really nice soft shading effects in here. Really nice soft shading effects. Bicycle. Bicycle. Look at some of these textures. It's not as dark as that, but a little bit darker. I can do it in layers. I can, keep going. And you have to decide what you like, what you don't like, how you want it. You're the judge. That's what holds people back. Sometimes they're judge too hard, or they're afraid of what other people say, because a lot of times people judge too harshly. And that's what keeps people. Everybody's born an artist. The challenge is remaining one. That's the challenge. So says Picasso, and me. I agree. Keeping at it. So getting some of these details in here. So I can actually go back in here and lighter, darker, move stuff around. I kind of like the way it's looking. He's toothless. Not so harsh. All right, I think I might stop. I don't know. Let's see where we're going. Yeah, I'll get some more darks in here, and then I'll give it a break. Yeah, because I have my black here. I'll get the darks in there. Oh, that's green. Some more dark greens. We want some dark green in here. Make a little bit. Some shadows underneath. Shadow on the grass. Patterns of light and dark. See these patterns of light and dark. If it was all one pattern, you wouldn't see it. Polar bear, snow. Oh, we have a lot of green. Oh yeah, I have a lot of green. Oh yeah, I did want to darken this up. Oh yeah, this is dry here now. So I can go in here and yeah, I can get some of that middle green. Lighten up some of my black. It's too dark. Yeah, see, I can go on top of that black. Get a dark green and get these different shades. Different shades. A darker shade of pale. There we go. Right. That helps bring everything together too. Oh yeah, I poured a lot of green here. Forgot. Still have it. Oh yeah, that's what I'll do. See, regenerates, invigorates me. I was like getting ready to stop. Like, okay, what's next? What's next? What's next? I'm like, oh, okay, I can do this. I didn't want to get the white paint out yet. So I'm like, oh, okay, the background's drying. I can go back in here and darken some of it up a little bit, get it deeper. I can hear. There we go. Really nice deep green, fallow cyan. I will read your comments. So comment, like, follow. Go to sketchbookhero.com, sketchbookwarrior.com. They'll both take you somewhere. Sketchbook, make sure to spell warrior right. Double R. Sketchbook warrior. When in doubt, just fade it out. Just fade. You can fade. So just fade with this grass. When in doubt, fade it out. That's good. I can go in here and lighten it up, add some little light stuff. I really want the head to pop, so I really want these darks around this head because it's important. Contrast. I want contrast where it's important. Contrast. Teeth will make it pop too. So put them in a little bit of water, make it soft. Let's see, soften that up. Just added water. That's all I did. Just added water. I'm using just one paint. Straight from the tube, which I usually don't. Try not to do. There we go. Let's see, it's deeper green. Soften that up. Come along, come along. It's dark to continue. I think this flow up in here, or instead of dark in here. So there's no black in it. It's all just that dark, that green, straight green. Be comfortable in the uncomfortable. Yeah, sometimes it's like, oh my gosh, it's not finished. Oh my gosh, not looking right. Then all of a sudden it comes together at the end. You just gotta have to trust the process. I've been there enough to know it's like, oh, I don't like the way it's looking. I like some parts, I don't like other parts. And just keep at it till it comes together. It's like, oh, okay, that's good enough. Good enough. What's good enough? That's when you start using your judgment. Good enough is not good enough if it can be better. Better's not good enough if it can be best. The big if, the big if. And if it can't, you just, all right, that's it. And the good way to judge is time. Like I got another 10 minutes, whatever it comes out, my background, that's it. Spending another 10 minutes on this background, the darks. Probably put some lights on it here and there. Maybe look at it with a fresh eye tomorrow morning. And then give it another half hour or an hour of work on it. And, That'll be it. There you go. 2 hour, 3 hour painting, maybe. And yeah, it could have been longer. Could have been longer if I more detail. But yeah, it's gonna be a gift. And yeah, it's not always all the detail that so up goes the weasel. Rest in peace. You know where that's from? Robin Williams. Robin Williams. Let's put Mr. Hamster in the microwave. Weasel. Let's put Mr. T-Rex. You gotta find a big microwave. All right. I like that. I'm gonna look at it with a fresh eye tomorrow. Still have a lot of green out, so I can use that. That's a nice deep green here and there. I'm gonna really actually. Ooh, let's go with a big brush. Ah, a bigger brush. Sometimes you get stuck with one brush. I'm like, oh, wait a minute. I thought I was using this brush. Get caught up in the moments. Yeah, let's get all this green out of here. And then call it a D-Day. Still, let's see. Move it up. Move it back. There we go. Some lights. Yeah, I see it's going to darks there. Dark, 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 and then dark underneath again. Some of that light right there. Like the light's hitting him and then he's leaving a shadow. Background's just dark. Can't have light without dark. Can't have dark without light. That's value. Study values. Yeah, you got to study and focus things in their time when you need it. So follow my lessons. Start off with a sketchbook warrior, learning how to draw. That'll get you through a lot of stuff. And then you learn about all this icing stuff, all the icing on the cake. I feel like that's what I'm doing. I'm putting icing on the cake right now. Just icing, it's what's on top. But if what's underneath is not good, that cake is not going to taste good. And all that underneath has to be right. Even if it's just quickly done. You know, gotta know that the knobs, the controls. So the first thing is line. Everything has line. So you just by painting and drawing, you're going to be creating lines. See, I've been just doing these lines, creating these shapes and lines because this is a brush has a thickness. So that's the next level. Shapes, studying shapes, knowing your shapes, seeing shapes, seeing the wrap, using wrap to draw, ratios, angles, proportions, and practice. Patience, persistence, placement, all the other P's, please. So yeah, patience, persistence, keeping at it. Let's get this bottom right against bottom of my grassy knoll. So yeah, we've got, yeah, you gotta take notes. You're not gonna learn till you take notes and practice. But if you practice in order, know what to focus on, it makes your learning better. The best way to learn this too is just practice, just do it. See where you're struggling, figure it out. That's what I like doing. I do now. There's times where you're like running into a problem like, oh my gosh, I can't get it. I can't get it. But then when you do, it's like, oh, I got it. Oh, yes, I get it. I get it. You like reach a new level of like a new level of wow, a new level of yes, a new level of understanding, consciousness. I don't know. It's actually, ooh. Interesting. Especially now in the world of AI. Light, dark. All right. Almost out of my paint here. Get rid of it. The bottom of the stuff here. I have to put Nathan's name on here. All right, I think that's it. Call it a day. So I need to make sure we're ready for class. I can go darker still. I still have quite a bit of black. I'm getting some really thick and thick green paint right on top here. Get ready for my class. Let this thing dry. Maybe even upload it. No, I gotta edit it together. Ooh, that means editing. Or maybe I'll do 2 parts. Yeah, I'll do 2 parts. I'll do my editing later. If ever. No, I gotta do my editing. Yeah, I will upload this to sketchbookhero.com right now. And then we'll do part 2. Stay tuned for part 2. All right, yeah, that's it. My background's pretty much done. Kind of happy with it. I'll look at it with a fresh eye tomorrow. Might add some more darks, lights, or I don't know. Don't want it to be too, I don't know. Well, we'll see. And then we'll continue part 2 tomorrow. Thank you for joining us. Here we go. Our first painting.